asleep. I mean, he was
Oh,
totally
really?
Oh man. Excuse me.
I don't know if John's gonna roll with them.
Call him.
Oh, John.
Oh man, is that leading your way?
Yeah.
From the Clinical PsyD program and from the Clinical Health Psychology emphasis area, here is John Pelletieri.
As the cow said to the farmer after the milking machine broke, thanks for the warm hand. I'd like to first ask your forgiveness if I'm a little bit anxious up here. When I was preparing for this speech, someone told me in order to reduce your anxiety, you should picture the audience in their underwear. And I got that mixed up, and I kept picturing myself in my underwear. And it didn't help my anxiety at all. I'd like to thank my fellow students for the honor of speaking on their behalf, with the caveat to the audience that whatever I say that is in good taste or appropriate is spoken for them, and anything that's, any mistakes that I make is due to my own shoddy speech writing, or in the spirit of denying responsibility for your own actions is Jerry Springer's fault. And at the risk of sounding like a football player, I'd like to dedicate this speech to my mother and the other women in my life. And thank you for your coaching and your cheerleading throughout my life. It seems like only a few short years ago that we were oriented to the process of what it takes to get a master's degree or a doctorate degree. I remember being told, say goodbye to your family and friends. You won't be seeing them for a while. And now that we're at the end of this program, I'd like to take a moment to reintroduce ourselves. Since you've last seen us, we've undergone some changes. We've been processed. We've been organized and administrated, systematized, pathologized, and psychoanalyzed. And of course, sanitized for your protection. For those of you who have never had the pleasure of going through a graduate program, let me give you a brief guided imagery. You may wish to close your eyes. Imagine a serene forest. The light is shining through the canopy of leaves high overhead. There's a babbling brook, maybe the scent of fresh honeysuckle. Now imagine a wild band of carnivorous chimpanzees chasing you through the underbrush. In each of their tails, they have clasped a ball-peen hammer. When they catch you, and they do catch you, they beat you about the face and neck so that you can think about as well as a test pattern on TV after the late show. And then it's time for the second class. But it's over now, and for those of us receiving our doctorates, we're not that much worse for wear. And like a new car with velvet sleeves and a new hood, to cop a metaphor, we roll out into the world bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And as we take our first enthusiastic steps forward, we're yanked back by the tether of our student loans. But I think I speak for many when I say that I look forward to a long, loving, caring relationship with Citibank. But I digress. You know, our future is so bright, we've got to wear shades. For this is a time to celebrate our achievements, congratulate each other, and thank those who've helped us along the way. And I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of my classmates to thank some of those people now. First, thank you to our family and friends who graciously excused us from sanity as we fitfully grumbled with words like comps, finals, and papers, and the graduate psychology equivalent of supreme judgment, notification day. Thanks also for letting us use you like guinea pigs and like some sort of alien abduction. We prodded your psyche, had you staring at ink blots, counting backwards by sevens, and getting in touch with your inner child probably far more than you ever wanted to. Thank you, and we love you. Also to our bosses and supervisors, who graciously allowed us the freedom to focus on our future while assisting us in the present. Your understanding and support in these difficult times will forever be entwined with our success. Please share with us our achievements and know that you're part of every step we take. And finally, to our professors, some of whom personify the essence of the caring professional, magicians who understand human behavior like we won't for 40 years, but whose teachings will live on past their own careers through us. In particular, I'd like to thank Dr. Ken Lott, who's retiring this year, and congratulate him on an important and honorable career. Your students aspire to the example that you've set. I'd also like to thank some of the other faculty, some of them who not only taught us about psychopathology, but modeled it for us. To all of these individuals who challenged and aided us in the journey, we thank you. My dad was a great believer in education. He was a well-respected educator who touched many lives before he died. I remember he used to say to me, "Boy, go to school. They can never take those initials after your name away from you." And I remember thinking, who are they? When I got older, I realized that what he was talking about was the experience of education. Once you undergo education, you're not the same person anymore. You can never have those experiences taken away from you. And although those experiences will be forever, unfortunately, the people will not. That's another thing my dad taught me when he died. A professor of mine in college used to say, "You are the only person that you will neither lose nor leave." And I would be remiss in my speech if I didn't attempt to put words to some of the feelings that I have about not being able to count on seeing my classmates anymore. Without a doubt, the greatest part of a graduate career has been the privilege of knowing you. The only thing CSPP leaves out of their brochure is the most important thing, that the people that are drawn to this profession are some of the most compassionate, caring, and loving individuals the world offers. Thank you, and I'll never forget you. Finally, I'd like to leave my colleagues with a challenge. I challenge all of this graduating class to remove certain myths and negatives from their vocabularies. Things that we may have heard from naysayers or others jaded in the profession that we could all too easily make the mistake of believing. The first challenge is to remove the following myth. We didn't get into psychology for the money. While every graduate in this room is ultimately in this profession because it has to do with people and helping people, we offer a valuable and important skill to society, and we deserve to be paid well for that professional service. Money is one way that society rewards and recognizes us for our contribution, and I encourage us not to undersell ourselves. Besides, student loan corporations don't look too favorably on paying back your loans with unconditional positive regard. I've already tried. The second myth is that we are limited in some way by the type of school or program, degree or interests or discipline that we've chosen. The narrow-minded will always try to share their failures and limitations. We can choose to follow our passions. Ultimately, we will be the profession, the teachers and the leaders. The profession will therefore take on our perspective in its manifestation, and I believe that that perspective can be as far-reaching and creative as our own minds. Well, master's graduates and doctors, I'd finally like to thank you for the privilege of going through this program with you, and I'm proud to enter the field with you. I'd also like to thank my wife, Samantha, who happens to be sitting in the third row there. Most of my classmates know that Samantha and I were married during the program, and it's difficult to live with a graduate student in psychology. When we argue, and we do argue, we don't just attack each other, we attack each other's childhood. You're forgetting to feed the dog is a manifestation of your inner need to rebel. I come back with something equally articulate. Oh, yeah? Samantha, thank you for doing all my homework and being my partner. Celebrate your incredible achievement in the appropriate manner. I plan to take my wife to Las Vegas and lie by the pool at the Tropicana. And every time that drinks are served to me, I'm going to have the busboy say, "Here's your drink, doctor." Something equally rewarding. Thank you, and to all assembled, congratulations on your grand accomplishment. Sandigi. Jacqueline Williams. The next set of Society graduates will be hooded by Dr. John Cafaro. Leland Jan Fogelman.
I got several. Just kidding.
Tara Ford. Vidar Stephenson. The next set of Society graduates will be hooded by Dr. Victor Cullen. Sherry Bates. Linda Krippner.
Jennifer Kromberg. Samantha Pelletieri. Sylvia Plum. Kenneth Gantz. Robert Ward.
Okay, 1 second.
The next signing graduates will be hooded by Dr. Kenneth Lott. Laura Lapiana. Jane Julson Limpo.
My battery that's flashing.
John Pelletieri. Michael Carter. Michael Carter will be hooded by Dr. Jeff Whiting.